Hello, folks. Tim here again with some more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So here we are on day 33. We're still level 63, but we're creeping up on 64. There's a couple things I want to touch on today, so this video might be a little longer than normal. First off, let's do a recap of the day. And I feel like I've had a really good day in the game today. So why don't we start with our arena? And in our squad arena today, we had 3 wins and 2 losses. We are sitting at rank 644. In our fleet arena, we had 2 wins and 3 losses, and we are sitting at 102. So I'm content now with how our arena's going. I'll take the wins where I can. And if I continue to lose a lot, it doesn't really bother me that much anymore. Our galactic battle. So we have completed our entire galactic civil war today, and that was awesome. So you know how a high-level Kylo Ren has been kind of a stopping point for us. I think I may have figured out a way to actually beat him because both of them I ran into today, uh, both level 65, pretty kitted out. So Ezra, by himself, as long as he doesn't use his special and add all of, the assists in, can take him out by himself. Where he does his healing is when you have all those assists from using, your special ability. So, I think that was the solution because I got through them and I got through the whole thing and it was amazing. It was awesome. I might have been cackling a little bit. It might have been "take that, you bastard" a couple times. So yeah, we got through all of that and I thought that was awesome. For character progression, we didn't really do very much today. We did our target farms and everything, and we did unlock a new character. Let us find him. Plo Koon. And we're going to work on him. And you'll see why in a little while. We'll cover that in a little while. And then our Snow Trooper, we got some Snow Trooper shards out of the Galactic War. So I brought him up to his 4th star. I have a feeling we're going to be using him down the road on a team. But, we just did our target farms. We didn't farm any Hera. We did some Captain Rex, so 19 out of 65. We went after some Anakin today, so 26 out of 65 for him. We didn't do Mace even though I wanted to. We did the Dark Trooper, so 23 out of 30 for him. So that's pretty much it. For our light side battles, we did start light side 7 normal, and we just ran out of energy, pretty much. So we can keep working on that with our excess energy every day, which is what I've kind of come up with to do. For our mods, our challenges today, what we did was we went after health mods and defense mods. Tomorrow, I want to get into kind of a system, right? Tomorrow we'll go after crit damage and crit chance, tenacity and offense, and then we'll just go down the line and keep building up our mods. Like I didn't sell anything today, mainly because I just wanted to get to the making of the video and sharing. Like I'm excited today. Like it probably I know that my voice never sounds like I'm excited, but I'm excited about what we've done today. We went in and we did something that I had been wanting to do since we unlocked it, and we had to bring some ships up. So we cleared Fleet Battles 1 normal. We didn't 3-star everything. I didn't go back and try to 3-star this one. I, couldn't 3-star this one. We did 3-star that one. So we can start on hard mode now. So, when we have the energy, we can start, we could start 1A, and then we can move on to 1B. And 1B should, if I looked at the information correctly, should allow us to start farming Anakin Starfighter, which comes into play a little bit later in this video. We're gonna discuss that. Let's cover our shipments after we get through this extremely long loading screen. The loading screens feel to me like they take forever, but that's just me. In our featured shipments, we just bought gear, and we're gonna just keep buying gear. Our weekly shipment, obviously, we didn't do anything. Now, in our Cantina shop, we got chopper shards, so 74 out of 100. In our guild activity, we picked up a few things. So we picked up old bench shards because they're part of what we're going to be building toward. And instead of Hermit Yoda, so I had to rethink this a little bit, and I'll explain my thinking to you. The Wampa, if I remember correctly, is like a one-man team all by himself. So I thought maybe we'd be better off grabbing Wampa shards right now, because we're going to need him down the road, and he might get us through some content. So that was my thinking. And again, if you disagree or if my thinking's wrong, please feel free to drop that in the comments section. So we picked up the old Ben, and we picked up the Wampa, and we got our Han Solo shards for the day. Well, until reset, I should say. So we are sitting at 70 out of 145 Han Solo shards. So I feel good about that. In our squad arena today, we picked up some Mace Windu shards. We picked up some Princess Leia shards. And then I also grabbed us some IG-88 shards. So 36 out of 50 for IG-88. In our Galactic War store today, we picked up our Zeb shards, we picked up our Cad Bane shards, and we picked up more Biggs shards. Again, there's a reason for that. In our mods, we didn't touch anything. We're not buying mods right now unless I hit the lottery and get 200 billion credits. In our fleet arena today, we picked up shards for the Phantom 2. We picked up shards for Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter. And we picked up some Boba Fett shards because I wanted them. I want to unlock the Boba Fett. And in our shard shop, we don't really have enough shards at this point to buy anything else. But we're always keeping an eye out every day for something that we can buy. Let's open this data card. And I've only been opening the free data cards. Okay, so looks like we got another star for the IG-86 Sentinel droid. But yeah, so I was told to save the ally points instead of using them to open more Bronzium cards, because I'm going to use them later down the road. But then I was watching a content creator yesterday, and it basically said there's no point in saving them. Using them now is going to pay off better in the long run because the possibility of character unlocks. So I don't really know what to do with them, so I'm just going to keep kind of holding on to them. And, if you have a different opinion, with anything, it doesn't matter, or if you just want to tell me how your day's going, pop that in the comments section. I'm always looking for input. Alright, so we covered our shipments, we covered our mods, we covered our tables, we covered our Galactic Civil War. So that's pretty much everything. In the event section, we're in the same place we were with the Camino Galactic Challenge. I did try to do this one again today, and it didn't work out. But it's a lot closer than it was yesterday. So when does it end? So it ends in 12 hours. So maybe either later today or tomorrow morning before it ends, I'll raise up the level on my Phoenix, and then we will pop in there and try to do it again. Alright, so that pretty much covers the account for the day. So let's talk about something I worked on. And I did some research, and I put some work into it, and I want to continue with what I started talking about in the last video, which was phases. So I sat down and I said phase 1, right, which we've already started, we're already into it, and I feel like we're making great progress, right? So phase 1 is to build up our Phoenix team, who we're using in almost every mode of the game. And they're doing well, they're not doing poorly. And once Captain Rex gets his next star, like I said before, we'll try for Thrawn again. And, you know, by the time that happens, we'll bring all these guys up a level or two. Maybe we'll get some more gear on them, you know, and get Thrawn. So the second step, which we're doing really well on, right? Emperor Palpatine, Vader, Tarkin, Thrawn, and Mara Jade. Getting Mara Jade this early in the game feels really good, and I think she's going to do good things. I have a feeling. So we'll keep working on our Empire team, and we'll build them up. And then our Jedi team, right? We have Bastila Shan. Early, as far as I'm concerned, we're pretty close to being able to work on getting Grandmaster Yoda. And then, you know, Mace we're building up for a couple reasons, and Ahsoka and Jedi Anakin. Now, I know all of these characters go off onto other teams later in the game, but we're still early game, and we're focused on early game and making progress on the account. And, you know, obviously the Emperor unlock. And I did this really more for me. Like, I know we're using Phoenix for the Emperor, but it's nice to be like, okay, you know, this is what we're using, right? And then our Grandmaster Yoda unlock, and then our Thrawn unlock. And then I sat down and I thought, well, what do we do after we've completed all this? So we can do phase 2. So I sat down and, you know, I watched some beginner's guides and got some ideas from there, and kind of took the parts I liked and felt good about, and then like the parts that I was like, I don't know, maybe, and I kind of took those out, right? So our phase 2, I'd like to do the bounty hunters: Bossk, Jango Fett, Boba Fett, Greef, and the Mandalorian. Now, Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, we could farm their shards now. I think we can farm Greef Karga too. I don't believe we have Jango Fett or Bossk yet. And then I said, okay, so Imperial Troopers, we've got 3 parts of it, so I said let's add that after bounty hunters. You get Veers, you got Piet, both of who we can farm. We got Stark, the Dark Trooper, and Gideon, who we already unlocked. And then I said, okay, so the next legendary, after we get Yoda and Thrawn, let's go after R2-D2. So that's hopefully who we're going to use to unlock R2-D2. And I said, well, what comes next? Let's look at the CLS unlock, right? So, we Luke, Leia, Stormtrooper Han, Obi-Wan, and by that point we'll have R2, and these guys should be built up. And I said, okay, well, we're going to unlock CLS. By the time we do that, we're going to have our Han Solo. Who belongs? Well, Chewbacca. So I looked at, several bounty hunters, and I thought, I thought this might be the way to go, because I'm not entirely sure that this bounty hunter team can do it. So my old account, this is the team I used. The team of bounty hunters I used to unlock Chewbacca. And Chewbacca, it's not easy. It's really hard, if I remember correctly. So I thought that, we got CLS, we'll have Han Solo, get Chewbacca, makes the most sense, right? And then I said, well, let's look a little further ahead. And now, mind you, I did this at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I started to do this. And I couldn't sleep. I raid Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. I raid in World of Warcraft Classic. And we end our raids at midnight. And we had such a good raid last night that I was fired up. I couldn't get to sleep. And that's when I decided to start doing this. And, at this point, by the time I got the Chewbacca unlock, I was like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, I decided that we would look into Phase 3. And Phase 3 would be, we go after our Geonosians. Let's get our Geonosians. Where we get some of these free along the way. We can use excess energy to kind of start getting them. So I said, let's start with our Geos at this point. And then, by then, we should have Luke, or Commander Luke, Han Solo, Chewbacca, 3PO and Chewie, and then we're going to need C-3PO. We'll use somebody else until we get to C-3PO. It's fine, but at least we can get this team going. And then I said, well, CLS, we want C-3PO, so let's get our Ewoks, right? And C-3PO wasn't easy to get if I remember correctly, and this Princess Kneesaa is a newer character since I played. And I saw like several videos had Princess Kneesaa in here. I forget who I used before. Was it Tebow, maybe? I can't remember. But I said, well, this must be good, so let's throw it in. And then I said, okay, so now we got 3PO. Let's unlock Padme. So we can get New Gunray. We'll already have Jango Fett at this point. We'll already have the Geo Spy, Soldier, and Sun Fac. So, this is, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months away probably. But I'd like to have a plan because I can get very, very off track when it comes to my farming. Like, some days I'll waste energy on a character that we're probably never, going to use until like a year from now, just because I'm like, oh, it would be cool to have that. So now you're probably saying to yourself, Tim, you moron, what are you forgetting about? You're forgetting about ships. No, I'm not. So I got a couple fleets I want to build. And I want to start with Mace Windu and Anakin Starfighter, Ahsoka Starfighter, and have Biggs as the tank, right? Biggs and his X-wing as the tank for this team. And we already have, Ghost. We've already invested in Ghost. We're going to invest again in Ghost. And, they'll jive with some of this other stuff. And, the Phantom 2. Which, yes, I know that we're going to have to go after Sabine for that. But once I got to this point, right, so I'm thinking the main team is going to be, the main fleet is going to be Anakin, Ahsoka, Biggs, Plo Koon, which is why I unlocked them. And, maybe the Jedi Counselor ship, if we can even use all these, for reinforcements. But the main pieces are right here, and Plo Koon. Right, those are the main pieces that I'm high on, and then, the Fleet 2 is going to be Tarkin, and the Geo ships, and Houndstooth, Slave 1, the Bounty Hunter ships over here, which we're going to have to build for later in the game anyway. So that's what I came up with my plan for fleets. That's what I came up for my plan for, each phase where I want to be at the end of each phase, so that I have a clear path. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to build a clear path. In case you didn't know, our galactic power is 180,150. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I got. I wanted to share with you the plan I came up with and open it up for discussion. And get different sources of input. Because again, it's been a long time, since I've built some of this stuff, and I do have access to my original Galaxy of Heroes account, but I forget almost everything. Right, so I logged into it this morning actually when I got up, and I was like, man, I'd like to tinker around with this account, put it in a guild, and do some stuff with it. But I opened it up and I looked at it and I'm like, I don't remember where I left off on any of this stuff. Like, it doesn't have any Galactic Legends, but it's got little bits and pieces. So I have no idea what I was doing. 'Cause you're talking what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I was looking at it and I was like, I'd really like to work with this and get a couple Galactic Legends and like just kind of see the difference between where that account is and this account is. And I just a lot of it's time too, right? Like, I could sit down and systematically go through it. It might take me a day or two and be like, this is what I was working on, this is what I could work on now. But I don't have the time, because now you're talking about, I have two accounts for Marvel Strike Force. I have my original account, and I have the account that I make the free to play videos from. And then I have this. So that's three games that I'm playing every day. So you figure that's not including the videos and the video editing. You figure that's 3 or 4 hours of my day. We add in that original Galaxy of Heroes account, and now you're talking about 4, maybe 5 hours a day, where I'm just basically playing games. Um, and then the recordings of the videos. Sometimes they take an hour. Sometimes they take 20 minutes. But so, and then you're editing, right? And you're editing that takes about 2 hours of my day. So it's really a time thing, because I need to be working on my 3D printing stuff for eBay. So most of the time, I just feel like I don't have enough time in the day. But one of these days, I will show that account off so you can kind of get an idea of where I was at. All right, guys, I'm going to sit here all day and ramble if I don't get going. So I hope you have a great day/night, depending on when you watch the video. Please hit that like button. I'd love to see those thumbs up. If you're just finding us for the first time, there is a playlist going all the way back to day one of this account. And please subscribe. And always feel free to comment. I do love the comments. I try to answer every one of them. All right, guys, I'm out of here.